my God, banger after banger. What are we gonna do? We're gonna talk about it. That's what we're gonna do.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Banger after. Can you keep up? Because I'm starting to like have a hard time. But let's go ahead and get started. Before we do so, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna start things off with something extremely heavy enough to maybe even drop this little shelf right here called Azure Oud by Fragrance World. This is insane. Listen, growing up, I love oud fragrances. I have not been able to get a oud quality fragrance like this for less than at least 150 bucks. We live in a time, like, thank God, because this smells amazing. First things first is the presentation. There's nothing different between this and their other flanker, or not really a flanker, their liquid brune. Also a couple more that I have on the way that you guys definitely want to stick for. Vanilla Spice Ambroxan, absolutely sexy, compliment galore. It's going to, you gotta be careful wearing this one. This has to come with like a warning label, but this one is also compliment galore, Middle Eastern AF, and so damn sexy. You get oud, you get leather, you get incensey vibes, and passion fruit. Absolutely insane. Niche quality stuff for under 60 bucks, at least at the time of making this video. If you like that dry, inky style oud and leather, you absolutely have to get your nose on this, you guys. It smells phenomenal. I personally have spent around $200+ on fragrances that smell like this, okay? The fruity nature of this contrasts with that inky oud. It is animalistic. For those of you who are not enjoying oud, it's not a must-have, but if you do, it is a must-have. So be careful when dabbling into these style or realm of fragrances, because it's not for everybody. But for me, this will always be in my collection, genuinely. Azure Oud also lasts the entire day and projects for a minimum of 3 hours. That's it. That's what I think about this one. Ignite Oud, a lot of people are gonna talk or ask about Ignite Oud. That one has a bit more cream. There are differences. This is drier, it's leather, it's incense. I have both, I would always have both, and I will always keep both. And personally, I think there are enough differences to not make them redundant, but they absolutely are in a similar family. That's Azure Oud, an absolute 10 out of 10, phenomenal. But please, you have been warned, you have to like oud. Moving on to the next fragrance, this is called Inej by Fragrance World. I saw this in last year Dubai convention, and it's phenomenal. I mean, look at the presentation. This is like niche stuff. The box in itself as well. Atomizer check is as so. Pretty wide distribution, but it smells like dried fruits vibe, cardamom and woods and peppers. If you like those cedar wood vibes with some cardamom, mostly what I get is like this dried fruits, which is slightly sweetened. Fruity top with a dry ambery nature, along with having a blast of cedar wood and cardamom. This has Middle East written all over it, but woodier and easier to wear than just a dense ambery woody fragrance. Light enough to even signature scent during the fall and maybe even the winter time. And this is something that I personally think, although sexy enough to dress up, you could even wear this as an office scent. Dry, woody, peppery, but also sweet and ambery at the same time, which gives it a little bit of a contrast and more interesting than a lot of other fragrances that would potentially just go one direction as just dry and woody. So if you enjoy those cedar and woody dominant fragrances, which I think comes with a certain level of sophistication and even masculinity, then this is definitely one that has extreme high quality. What sets this one apart from just those basic style cedarwood is those dried fruits. It's absolutely intoxicating. Doesn't smell cheap at all. The quality of this one is arguably damn near niche. I would say like pretty much, yeah, getting there. And yeah, I'd buy it again. What this reminds me of is like being in a log cabin with maybe having some dates in a bowl. I know that sounds like a pretty Middle Eastern log cabin to me, but that's pretty much it, man. And maybe having some like cardamom tea next to you. It smells literally that good. In terms of the performance, it doesn't smell like it's gonna go anywhere. And on tester strips and even on skin, I got a solid 8 hours, man. Although it does have the longevity, I think that it wears light enough to suit a multitude of occasions. Like I said, to the office, you could dress it up to even a date or just casual use, honestly. You know, there isn't one way or another to wear a fragrance. With something like this, it's a little bit easier and you can rock it into a multitude of seasons. For the price of around $60, I still think it's absolutely worth it. It smells, like I said, way more expensive. Occasions for this one I didn't touch up on. This is special occasions, you guys. I personally would wear it every single day, but if you ask me the most appropriate, this is like weddings and like where you just absolutely want to knock walls down. Like just picture yourself RoboCop blasting through doors with your scent cloud.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
That's exactly what this is. It commands attention. I'm not exaggerating. This commands attention. I wore it to the gym and I would wear it to the gym again. I love this fragrance. I love oud. And it works for me. If it works for you, cool. In the East, you know, at one point in time, all they had was oud. And that's what they wore all year round. Fire. And this is also pretty good. So for now, I'd give this a solid 8.75. I wanted to say 8.5. 8.75. It definitely deserves something in between those realms. Whereas this one right here is a 10 out of 10. If you like oud, this is a 10 out of 10. Moving on to the next new fragrance by Fragrance World, or FA Paris. This is called Lumere L. Ladies and gentlemen, if rose champagne sounds good to you, then you're going to like this one. It smells like a rose champagne, basically. The actual notes, it's got orange flower, it's got ambers, and also woody notes, which could literally mean anything. However, for the most part, that's kind of what I get. Although it's not as rich or I would say jammy and red as you would think with rose, this definitely has certain aspects of other florals like rose. So the official notes of this from Fragrance World, at the top is mandarin, pear, ginger. In the mid, there's jasmine, orange blossom, and rose. So as you can see, there's definitely, in my opinion, there's definitely some rose in this one as well. Long story short, it smells like rose champagne, and this kind of translates into what you're gonna get in terms of the occasions or what it's most appropriate for. For the performance, I'm sorry to say I did not test it because it's not something that I wanted to wear. The longest that I've tested this one on was a tester strip, and it was there for pretty much 9 to 10 hours, and that's pretty much it. However, the scent profile is gonna translate into the occasion, and because most notably rose champagnes, etc., is related to high special end occasions, that's what this is going to be more appropriate for. So ladies that are a bit more mature, then I would say like 26 and up, and special occasions for sure, where you want to smell regal, you want to smell like money, elegant, and also sophisticated and mature at the same time. So family events, dinner dates, etc. This absolutely smells more expensive than the price tag. Last but not least, this is on another level. Another 10 out of 10 by Fragrance World. Absolutely a must-have. And this one's gonna be more safe than something of Azure Oud. It's called Lumere Garon. Easily a higher, like, okay, so this was a 10 out of 10. Yes, but would I recommend it to everybody? No, you have to like oud. This is a 10 out of 10 that I would personally recommend to everybody. However, this is what the scent profile is like. Ambers, dates, a little bit of spices, and woods. You guys, this smells freaking phenomenal. If you enjoy those ambery, spicy style fragrances that just has like sexy, seductive written all over it, Lumere Garon is an absolute must-have. I love this stuff. And what is also is like the seal of the deal for me that really makes this one better than a lot of fragrances, even that's more expensive, for me personally, is the richness of the dates. This actually smells more like dates than more expensive fragrances that are using dates smell in themselves. So if you want to actually smell dates that are pepper and incense, Lumere Garon. This is a heavy ass video, man. I'm sorry to do it to you guys because you know, dropping 2 bangers, you know, usually dropping 1 banger is like, all right, cool, you know, is it really that much of a banger? But dropping 2 this heavy, it's something else, man. It's next level stuff. So yeah, just pretty much envision another scenario where you're got dates like this one, except this one is definitely more festive and warm. So dates by the fireplace rather, and you don't necessarily have to be in that log cabin either. There's absolutely still a woody nature, but it does have a bit more of an aromatic accord style to it because of that geranium, also the sage. And the woody nature of this one is creamier, it's less dry and brittle as something like Inej. Absolutely worth the grab. Honestly, this is one of the ones that will always stay in my collection by Fragrance World, and at this point it's like, if they keep doing this, I'm just gonna keep them all forever. My fragrance collection. That's pretty bad. In terms of the performance, nuke. Like, could it get any better? No, it can't, honestly. So at this point, that's it. It's a 10 out of 10. I rocked this going to bed. I woke up, my sheets were covered with it. I have no reason to, you know, tell you guys otherwise. I mean, we had the one and only Moonlit Night by the same brand, and that one I was honest and said it gave me 6 to 7 hours. This one, next freaking day, on clothing especially. And because of that, you have to be careful with this one. Not really. Don't be a sissy sprayer. Wear it to dates, wear it to Netflix, cuddle and chill, signature scent. I wouldn't even signature scent this during the winter because it just smells that good, literally. And that's pretty much it. Dates, Netflix and chill, or honestly, for me personally, I really enjoyed wearing it around the house. It just smelled much more expensive, and it put me personally at ease and a calm mood, basically. So at a price of around $60, I think it's absolutely fair. And my final thoughts is, out of this entire video, if there's one you're gonna take, this one. But honestly, I mean, it is what it is, man. And ladies, rose champagne, if that sounds like it's your vibe, heavy hitting ass fragrances, man. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know down in the comment section. Let the people know down in the comment section what your experience is like with any one of these and which ones have turned out to be flops, hits, or misses. I mean, we've all got different noses, right? And make sure to subscribe while you're down there. Peace.